Now we'll start it.
All right.
Yeah.
So I was a little late on that.
A little. It's fine.
That was the bit, though. That was the predetermined bit. I'm back. I'm trying to be funny again. I hope you're all like, I hope that I had the worst winter
Out of
of
everyone.
anyone listening to this. And, we're not even really out of winter here. Like, when are you out of the woods in Missouri?
August.
August is shitty. It's fucking humid as shit. And it's not that interesting. Like, we don't live in an interesting place, Justin. This isn't cool.
You're right.
Kansas City's not cool. Stop worshiping it.
Yeah.
It's not cool. There's some history here, but it's like, it's shitty.
I'm just gonna have to
Fucking Jesse James.
Take this tattoo off of my arm.
You have a
I
Kansas
have
City tattoo?
Yeah, right here.
Oh, yeah.
And a sunflower. What a
Chiefs.
loser. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tattoo that you could have erased to become more interesting.
Very, very true.
I went from like just being too much of a ninny my whole life to get a tattoo. Like I always thought that it would add intrigue and enrich my life. I thought it was the right thing to do, but I just never did it because I'm lazy. And I've always sacrificed, when it comes down to money, I sacrifice anything to avoid not having a good time.
That's
Essentially a child.
I think that's a solid tactic, though.
You know what I'm doing right now? It's like what I describe it as like inner body positivity.
Inner body.
Yeah. So what I am is I'm just like proud of my shitty personality, and I expect you to adhere to that.
I should also be proud of it. Or
I want you to be proud of it, and I want everyone to look the other way.
We're all
in unison. That's the moral thing to do.
Away.
I don't mean to get too much into morality, but we can do whatever we want, because I don't know if you noticed, but Keith is not here. Keith took a personal day,
Which is allowed.
That is allowed. Yes, I don't have delusions of grandeur about this podcast right now.
Not yet.
But we're gonna power through. That is the new American slogan. Power through.
Yeah.
Power through
really like that. That's really
and
good.
pray.
Yeah, I think those things work. Powering through and praying.
Look, I'm sure that this time, if a progressive, like an actual progressive, wins, the popular vote in the primary, but somehow gets fucked by the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
That's probably going to happen. If I'm being honest, I can't even say that as a joke. It's just like,
we're not rooting for it, but here it comes.
But then again, like, it is getting to the point where it's like, why even fucking try to get, the Democrats are they're gonna pick whoever the fuck they want.
Hillary
and they will never adopt a strategy like, hey, let's try to win back some like poor working class people that are so disillusioned that they won't even fucking vote.
What do you need those people for?
Which I count myself among. I shan't be voting in 24. It's ridiculous. And I know that that's not the right thing to whatever, but it's just like, what are we preserving? You know,
The
like,
American dream.
Yeah, well, the American dream now seems to be unless you're born into a royal family, and many of the people that break through are, that, like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
These are people that have the money to spend on fucking cosmetic surgeries and whatnot.
They have good teeth.
Yeah. I don't know. Is this all fucking jokery? Am I getting jokery on the show now? I can't believe that I have. And by the way, this is what brings me joy in my life at this point. Is just the happiest I ever am anymore is just like, I'll go smoke a cigarette on the patio out back and talk to Justin about our for people our age, we have like a DoorDash / selling plasma.
These are our options.
That's what. That's industry.
Little disillusionment.
And I know that there's a lot of people out there that are, well, actually everyone out there is more responsible than I am, come to think of it. And I know that it's my fault. I get that. But what do you want?
At least you said it's your fault, right?
That's
all the boomers want.
Isn't that, whatever. I'm the problem.
Yeah.
I'm fiscally very, very irresponsible.
I think that's a generational thing at this point.
Well,
we all are a little.
Yeah. I really fucking hate. I hate reels. I hate posting them.
Yeah, and you got it's like the new punk rock is to not post reels.
Yeah,
like I'm long form.
That's what we're going. That's what we're going with for my fucking whatever I'm going through. It's a anti-establishment statement, and it is not based on a personality disorder or whatever.
None whatsoever. Speaking of responsibility, our water got shut off this week.
We so we live sort of sorry, I kicked the camera there.
I think we're all right.
Yeah, I think if anything it's better.
Yeah, it needed it.
I probably did that subconsciously.
Let me fix this.
That's my inner artist like trying to come back out.
Yeah.
Because he's been a little dormant. Anywho.
The Raytown water crisis.
The Raytown, and we don't actually live in Raytown.
It's fun to say though.
It is fun to say, and it is more accurate than telling someone the truth, which is that we live in Kansas City, Missouri.
And I could literally throw a rock and it'd be in Raytown.
Yeah.
Actually, that way.
This man does not lie. In this context, he does not lie.
I'll tell you a lie if you want.
What do we think about the morality of lying? Are there, because obviously if you realistically, there are situations in which the moral thing to do is lie, right?
I was just okay, perfect. How about an example of where you feel a lie is
so this is correct. One of those things where my mind instantly just goes to like fucking the worst like Nazis and shit.
I'm ready for it.
So
we're like the prayer warriors.
Like, if you're protecting someone who's being hunted by your fascist government, and they ask you if someone else lives there,
is there Jews in the basement?
And
you say no.
I really don't know why my mind chose such a.
It's a strong,
horrific.
It's honestly a strong example. Who's going to argue against that?
Yeah, but what are you going to do? So we were talking about. So Keith has been Keith has been he's been pushing an agenda on me, and that is the Marianne Williamson fan. I have been just terrified by by the culture that just you find on the internet and on social media lately, and I've been procrastinating. I've been putting my phone away from me. Not good.
The phone, not good. The phone's fine.
The phone's fine.
The social media, no go.
Well, here's the thing. I'm losing touch. And I've been listening to the same fucking podcast that I've listened to like a million times, and it's blowback. It's the one about
I need to even start that.
Iraq, Cuba, and these are all different seasons, and then the Korean War. But yeah, I've just been listening to those things, which those events are past, dude. And of course, it's important to understand those events, and it's eye-opening to what is going on now as well. But I'm just I'm so fucking out there right now. I'm I can't fucking handle to look at what's actually going on.
It's easier to address the past than what you currently are avoiding.
Yeah.
Well, you can't change the past either. I guess you could change sort of what's going on now.
Yeah. So I had forgotten about, back to Keith's propaganda campaign for Marianne Williamson, which
it all ties together.
Keith is actually, because I don't pay attention to anything, I kind of rely on Keith to form my opinions around.
Thank you, Keith.
Because Keith automatically forms an active opinion on everything. I personally am just I'm going to put a pin in that for 10 years.
That's a good festering time.
Yeah. And then we'll hit Wikipedia.
And it's easy.
I fucking love Wikipedia.
What a solid site.
That's where technology peaked. If it would have stopped at Wikipedia, and then no more new services, no fucking.
Oh man, I would be so bored if that was the case.
No. You think you would, but eventually, that's the point. You would get bored, and you would be like, "I'm gonna go live my fucking life."
I guess they had Halo,
and instead now it's just oh shit, these things shoot lasers now or whatever.
Cool.
And fuck, I gotta get back into it. Of course, I hate these companies so much that I the fucking Apple. Oh my God, fuck you, Apple.
For real
though. They're terrible. They're horrible people.
All of them, or just the job man?
Just the company Apple. They're horrible for many reasons. Look it up. I forget why, but
yeah, but it's a generally accepted thing.
Yeah.
Why doesn't my iPhone 7 hold a charge?
That's a good question.
It was $1,000.
That's a good question. Yeah, I paid mine off it was $40 a month forever.
Still now.
Whatever. These are problems I created. I know.
You didn't create Apple. I don't think you'd have the other problems.
Let's watch a little Marianne Williamson. Let's see what her deal is. And then we can form our own opinions to see if Keith is full of shit.
Yeah.
I'm plugging myself back into the Matrix, everyone.
What's the over-under on Keith's full of shit?
Huh?
Is he or is he not full of shit? What's your bet?
Keith is... I don't think he's full of shit. I think that I trust him with most things.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to...
He can be devious, no doubt. But
devious
in a harmless sort of way, for the most part.
Okay, all right. Well, this is an ABC News video.
System that effectuates and perpetuates that kind of income and opportunity inequality is not changing itself. It tweaks itself every once in a while. There's some incremental change, but the devastation, the ubiquitous economic despair and human devastation that is produced by this sociopathic economic system is not changing. And it's not going to change if we continue to elect the same old same.
You have been called, I think it was the Associated Press.
I like that part so far. Thoughts right now?
I said you are the longest.
Sorry, go ahead.
I haven't really formed an opinion yet.
I mean, I feel like we've said that the sentence you just said to each other before.
Yeah. That doesn't mean that I respect her.
Still could be full of shit.
Yeah. I don't put a lot of credence into my own brain, by the way.
I have noticed that about
correct. You. But they're there.
Yeah, but I do have them.
I do have them.
Yeah.
Stowed away. But
and I will
it's
share.
like it feels makes you feel vulnerable, you know?
To have an opinion? All right, let's keep going on this bad boy.
Of long shots. Why do you think you can do this?
I would bet that the Associated Press also said that Hillary Clinton was a shoo-in. I'm sure that they would have
I don't know if they would have used that language.
Maybe
actually.
not,
No,
but that
no.
system, you know exactly what I'm saying. So the system that is now saying that I'm unserious, I'm not credible, or I'm a long shot, is the very system that protects and maintains this idea that only those whose careers have been entrenched within the system that drove us into a ditch should possibly be considered qualified to lead us out of that ditch. My qualification is not that I know how to perpetuate that system. My qualification is that I know how to disrupt it. And that is what we need.
Disrupt it how?
Oh, well, the first thing you can do is you can cancel all college loan debt.
This is better than, Pete Buttigieg. That's for sure. Is that what you want? Better than Pete Buttigieg?
That's what we need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still vibing. She has certainly. I don't like her voice.
You don't like her voice? That sounds
like,
pretty sexist.
Okay, hold on. It's like this.
What are you, some kind of misogynist? Misogynist?
I love massages. I am also a dad joke guy.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, she has like the fake kind of like British accent sound to her voice a little bit.
Okay, I'm not. I haven't noticed that yet, really, but I'll listen.
Like the Madonna thing, you know what I mean?
I will listen for it.
I can't unhear it.
So I don't know about the Madonna thing either, which I know that's probably like cultural blasphemy. But
I don't know. I don't really care. It's the only thing.
Everybody loves early Madonna or whatever.
Yeah, the nipple.
She's a little more polarizing now. You remember it was like last year, or the year before. It was like it was a picture of Madonna at her age, next to a picture of Nancy Reagan at her age. And
I did not see that.
So Abby Shapiro, Ben Shapiro's sister, like posted it, and it was like, look at the difference in like class, like classiness, classy ladiness, between these two, because the one of Madonna was very obscene and sexual or whatever. And then someone sent an article to that thread on Twitter, a thing about Nancy Reagan being called the throat goat. You remember?
Okay, now I remember. Of course, throat goat gets my
huge thing.
Yeah.
A huge thing.
So, I got this picture up here. What do you think about this? Is this what we're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. So 2021.
Okay.
December 11th.
So that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, that was end of 2020.
God damn.
And looky here. I don't know, man. She doesn't look bad.
No, certainly not.
This one's a little bit more damning. With the leather daddy thing.
Yeah. It's embarrassing a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, but she's fucking Madonna, dude.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you gotta be Madonna. Sorry, I'm not Nancy.
You gotta be.
I'd rather be Madonna.
I too would rather be Madonna, I think.
Okay, should we go back to this this Madonna-esque lady here?
Yeah. Let's hear
And
out.
make
Now,
sure.
Biden just tried
Oh, just another man interrupting a woman.
that, and then the
He
court
tried.
stopped him.
He tried, yes. And some people think if he had just canceled the entire thing, and he had done it immediately, that would not have given his opponents the opportunity to wage the kind of battle against that it has.
But there are rules of how you can accomplish things, and you do have to work through Congress. I mean, we don't have a dictator.
There are
in
many
this
things
country.
that the president can do without working through Congress. I don't see myself as running against Joe Biden. I see this campaign as challenging a system. But this administration has given more
But you do
oil.
have to beat Biden, too. I mean,
Well,
if you're
yes,
gonna
I do.
this, you have
Yes,
to-
I do. And I plan on pointing out, not with any kind of negativity on a personal level.
Yeah,
I
it feels like
have
they're
no
already
interest in taking
gearing up
pot
to,
shots
like,
on
have
any
it
personal level to this
fucking
president. He's a nice man.
You know.
They're already getting
Yeah,
hacker at the
they're about
knees,
to
yeah.
do this, the shit that they always do, which is like, if you don't like our candidate, you're part of the other team, like whatever.
Yeah, you're a
And it's
Republican now.
Dude, you're a fucking CIA liberal. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Get the fuck out of here.
there can be still revolutionary leaders, which might, if we're being realistic, if we get someone really good, if we get someone Christ-like in there,
Yeah.
Christ, Buddha, Muhammad, whatever.
always. All of that.
Probably more Muhammad. I want to say probably more Muhammad than, or Allah, or
Yeah,
whatever.
sure.
Than
I'm,
like Jesus.
I'm more with that than with the Jesus
Or
side,
Yahweh.
honestly. Yeah, Yahweh.
I think if there's one religion that's probably right, it's probably radical Islam, as they call it on Breitbart.
Yeah. That cool site. Is that still around? People still go there?
Breitbart?
Yeah.
There is still a Breitbart, I believe. I
Really?
think I think even in my closed off little shell, I would have heard.
What was the guy?
Oh God,
What was his
I just
fucking
went to
name?
Breitbart without
Whoa.
turning on my incognito.
So now they know. And I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Here we are. Wow.
Um,
the ad is bigger than the header.
Yeah,
I don't even know what it really is.
woke AI. France protests. Yeah, these are all the headlines. Trump indictment in all red with a question mark.
It's a disgusting website as far as how it looks. And I know. Look at all those ads. Wow. Loans. Trudeau. Oh, I bet they hate Trudeau, huh?
I mean, is Trudeau a good dude? I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, I super doubt it, but I bet they really hate it.
There's just so much that like you're expected to know to be culturally literate, and
Yeah, and I don't know.
I when it came to Canadian politics, I was like, I'm not gonna retain any of this.
Yeah.
The one thing that comes to mind, and it's probably like, it's weird that this is the one thing that I think about, but Justin Trudeau's blackface incident.
I forgot about that.
Which, I think that he was just like kind of a phony liberal a little bit.
Yeah,
But,
I think you're right.
We all can't be Fidel Castro.
It's true.
Or Che Guevara.
Guevara. Yeah, sure.
Che. I don't.
Che. So
Whatever.
you wanna keep going on this lady here?
Yeah.
Let's finish
More
this.
Marianne.
Well, let me ask you,
It's a
because
long
you
segment.
endorsed Bernie Sanders when you got out of the
I
race.
sure did.
You've called
sure did.
Elizabeth Warren. I think you said she was a legend. I mean,
She is. I love those people.
both of them have said that Biden deserves re-election.
Well, that's their opinion. And this is the thing.
Are they
If-
wrong? So they're wrong?
No, it's not about, no. This is a democracy. This is not about what I think is wrong. Obviously, I believe the American people should be offered an agenda for genuine, fundamental economic reform. And it should be the voters who decide. It should not be the DNC that decides. It should be the voters who decide. That is what a democracy is.
Do you expect that Biden will debate you?
He certainly should debate me. It's called democracy, and I'm running as well.
And what about this notion?
Right there. Did you hear the? It's called democracy.
It's called democracy.
Right there. That was a good one. But I do like what she's saying.
Yeah. I mean, she's kind of saying all the right things. You know, I think she's like for universal health care and whatnot. You know, she's I don't know. You know who should run as a Republican is that like fucking British guy, and I know that he can't run for president because he wasn't born here or whatever. But that is he British or Australian? I can never tell the difference by how they talk. I know that's weird, unless they're saying something obvious like "boy, crocky," or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
There's a
I can
stingray.
tell that is either an Australian or some sort of pirate.
What guy are we talking about? I'm not sure.
The guy who runs the Creation Museum.
Patrick Marsh.
Yeah, maybe Patrick Marsh. Yeah, I think that's him.
That's
Because
Bill
I
Nye.
remember him from
This guy.
I saw him in Bill Nye, like a Bill Nye video where Bill Nye was like walking around the Creation Museum just like fucking like throwing one-liners and just like owning this fucking just moron CEO
Yeah.
of the Creation whatever propaganda center. And yeah, they are people that have tried to form a scientific explanation that that follows the Bible, and like it starts with the
my
Bible
God. I
as
haven't heard of that.
its scientific like foundation, and then it builds out from there. Like how might the world be like actually like whatever 10,000 years old or something,
Like try to
ridiculous.
prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. And
And that dinosaurs lived at the same time.
this was from 2014 too. I never even heard of this.
I feel like that's why like I feel like Christians used to be very anti-dinosaur because they were supposed to be from millions of years ago or whatever.
Right.
And separated by an ice age or whatever the fuck. They went from being just totally against dinosaurs, and then you had like Jurassic Park, and that was such a financial success that they were like, oh fuck, we could sell a lot of toys.
We got to talk about dinosaurs.
We got to get in the
Gotta
dinosaur
talk
game.
about it.
And they got their scientists together, and they had an elite team of scientists who's like, okay, boys,
We got to get in the
Okay,
dinosaur
boys.
game.
we got to get in the fucking Velociraptor game.
God damn it. Yeah.
You know, we can sell the fucking and like dinosaur hunting guns.
Dude, 65. Adam Driver.
When we were little boys, we really loved the guns in Jurassic Park as well.
yeah.
There were some cool guns.
Really cool guns. Dinosaur guns. What about
Guns are I don't personally have them. But they're like I think that they're really fun for people. They also are used to murder tons of people, and they make it like kind of horrifying to live around here. But you know, they're fun too.
Yeah. Speaking of
So what are you gonna do?
Speaking of dinosaurs and guns, you ever play the game Turok on N64?
Turok?
Yeah, Turok Dinosaur Hunter.
I don't believe I ever played Turok.
Oh man, what a game!
Really?
Yeah, that was my favorite game as a kid. And as soon as we talked about Dinosaur Guns, oh, it's on Steam. Look at that. For the people. Let's get back to our original mission here.
And we've spent like what 45 minutes like trying to get through this 5-minute video.
Yeah, we're 30 minutes
and
into
then
this
the
5-minute
tangents
video.
that I go on.
Yeah,
I'm
working.
just like,
I'm
hey,
with
let's
it.
check out. Let's see if Breitbart's still a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, politics.
Of taking New Hampshire out of its position as first. You're going to New Hampshire.
I can tell you that New Hampshireites are not happy about that. The fact that
So will you be competing in the New Hampshire primary,
absolutely,
even though the
I
DNC
will.
has said
This is a democracy. This is the thing. The DNC should not be rigging this system. They don't even pretend anymore. They're not even covert about their swaying the primary season. They're very overt about it. They're going to get.
so? That's what's going on. Is they're rigging
Wait,
the
did she
system
snap?
for Biden.
I looked away.
They even.
No, I did
Oh,
because she was spitting some bars right there.
yeah.
This is all the right stuff so far. I'm ready to keep hearing the right stuff here.
Admit that, Jonathan.
Do you think Biden
Yes.
is too old to run for re-election?
No, I'm not going there. I don't think ageism has any place in our in our thinking.
Will you endorse him if he wins the nomination?
I will certainly endorse the candidate who I feel can
Dude,
be the
it's so
Republicans.
funny that
Absolutely.
like they.
So,
I feel
but-
like they're like oh, you cannot be ageist against Biden.
Yeah.
Because that would be the main. That's like one of the main arguments people say, like, oh yeah, Bernie was way too old. He's getting way too old. Like
Right.
whatever. It's like, who's pumping that into the fucking thing? He's not too old to get in there and fucking do a couple of things. Get him in there.
Yeah, God damn it, get him in there.
This is a pinch
Get him in
hitter,
there.
a pinch hitter situation.
Yeah.
We need a
we need our
closer.
guy. We need our fucking guy.
At best, he'll probably extend the life of the planet for 20 to 30 years.
Yeah, I agree. Let's keep
That's enough time.
just stay alive.
Mhm.
Maybe the rest of my life.
And then, let's just fund a bunch of billionaires who say that they're going to use the money to get us to Mars,
That's where we should go.
Is that, you think, I mean, I like Total Recall
It's a good movie.
as much as the next guy who kind of looks like me.
Yeah.
I have a Total Recall guy vibe, all right?
I think I do too. Like we're on the spectrum of it.
There is not a spectrum that we are not on.
Correct.
But if he's
I
the
guess that's
Democratic
kind of
nominee,
the
Whoop, sorry.
definition of spectrum, though, because
Yeah,
it's all
yeah, everybody's
it's
gotta be on it,
everything.
yeah.
All it's somewhere on a spectrum.
But if everything's a spectrum, what's the master spectrum? What's the top level spectrum?
The top level spectrum.
You got all the different fluidities that people have these days. All
Sure.
the different spectrums.
Many different spectrums.
The autists and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do we blend them all? And what do we call it? Just being a person? Is that all it is?
Being a human being, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Yeah.
It's just kind of what we are.
Kind of stuck with it.
Kind of stuck
you
with
endorse
it.
him?
I
Might as
will.
well power
I will
through.
do whatever I feel
Power
I can
through,
do as
that's
an
right.
American to make sure that
2024.
the
Power
neo-fascist
through.
threat that is represented by some aspects of the Republican Party does not win in 2024.
in a blog post talking about possibly running for president
Yes.
recently, you
Yeah.
said, change is inevitable in this country. We are either going to have a peaceful revolution or a violent one. What do you mean by that?
Excuse me, did you not cover January
Answer
6th?
Yes, all right.
What is
carefully,
happening in this
Marianne.
country is that people who are experiencing vast amounts of economic fear, anxiety, when you have this much
mention
economic anxiety
Violence or unions.
and millions of people experiencing that kind of desperation.
Do you think January 6th was about economic anxiety?
No, I did not say that.
Well,
but I do think that the election of President Trump the first time in many ways was. Just as I feel that the support of Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump both said to the American people, I understand your rage. I understand you're upset with an obviously economically rigged system. And that is what the Democrats need to offer in 2024. A president who isn't just saying, oh, it's going well to millions of people for whom nothing like that is true, but rather we understand that you are living at the effect of an unjust economic system, and we are going to change that.
Thanks.
Well, she's saying all the right things, you know.
She was spitting, dude.
But I'm
poor-
still so cynical that I'm like, what if she's a phony? You know?
Yeah.
She's saying a lot of things that I like right now.
Yeah. She was,
And, you know,
she was on it.
she will have to go to the right during, you know, I mean, I don't think she really has to. I think that everyone, like, if there's one example, it's like Bernie, who doesn't compromise as much as, you know, basically anybody else in, you know, in the Senate.
So what do we think? Is Keith full of shit? Does
No,
it depend
no.
on if Marianne is
That's
full
the
of shit?
thing. I keep going back to the Keith factor, which Keith knows his shit. He's good.
Keith do be known.
He's a
his
good
shit.
pundit. God, what a fucking score he was for this podcast. We need to try harder.
Mr.
When I
Keith.
say we, I mean me, by the way.
That's okay. I can
How
try
how
harder.
long has this episode been?
We're at 36 minutes right now.
36? I'm so excited that we have more to do because I'm actually having a good time.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about still.
Oh yeah.
Since we're on the politics train, we could talk about our old Donnie Trump dodging
boy.
the feds.
Donald Jameson Trump.
Is that his name? Is that
I
his,
don't-
know,
no,
I know
it's
Donald
like,
J. I don't know what the.
I don't. Is it just like a? Okay, yeah, we were gonna talk about the impending Trump
should we pull
problems.
up fake news sarcastically, but of course.
So it is. My God, even for him, he's not looking good there. Now that could be manipulated because the people over at the Communist News Network. I'm kidding, by the way. I realize that if there's one company that is not communist, like people
Yeah, it's
hate
definitely them.
people hate CNN, but what they fail to realize is that it is a propaganda network, but it's from a right-wing organization.
yeah.
Everything in that sphere is right-wing in comparison to actual, leftist ideology.
What do we think about the Atlantic? We want to take a look at this record here.
The Atlantic.
Yes, Services Day of Reckoning approaches from 3 days.
An indictment of former President Donald Trump would offer the agency a chance to restore its tarnished reputation. Wait, the agency? Like,
Yeah, see, I don't know enough about this whole Trump thing that's going on. Like you, I have stayed relatively sequestered.
yeah, I've just been taking a little break to be sad about deeper things.
Yeah.
Deeper, more personal things.
Yeah. I get it. I don't know. Let's see. Was there something we can... The Guardian. I don't think we know about that. What is this? Photos of Trump shown. Oh, go wait. AI.
Holy shit.
I never even saw those.
Holy shit.
Holy fucking shit.
Well, I'll be son
Oh
of a bitch.
shit.
Wait, what? That's not real.
Yeah, it's a AI from Butt Crack Sports here, verified account. This is AI generated photo.
Yeah. I just like spaced out, and then I saw that, and I was my brain like was shocked by the image.
That's crazy how real that looks.
Do people hate it when I crack my knuckles? Probably.
There's probably people that pay money for it on the internet. It doesn't bother me.
I crack my knuckles often.
And I'm neurodivergent.
This we know, Justin. This we know.
Well, should we move on past Trump? I don't really know what to talk about with that. I
saw his most recent lawyer talking about it, and I was very impressed with how slimy this guy was.
What's this?
Like he was impressively. He was on like MSNBC, and he was getting grilled by the anchor or whatever, and he was very slimy, but very good at controlling the conversation. In a douchebaggy way.
Is it this man?
No, that's Michael Cohen.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I know who that is.
No, it was NBC, I guess. Look to the right. There you go.
This slime ball.
That fellow right there.
Slimy McSlimerson.
But yeah, he was just like, they were throwing a lot of shit at him, and he was just very either well prepared or was very good at thinking on his feet. And I say that like it sounds like I'm kissing his ass, but I'm not. I find people to that sort of lawyer to like they have to be just
bad guy.
Well, yeah, I mean they are the ones that are cynical about government. Or,
right.
It's not some guy like me. It's the guy who's like,
this fucking guy. Yeah.
I have the balls to just, operate like a fucking pirate.
Dude, this guy, his name is Joe Tacopina.
Yeah.
Tacopina is a crazy name.
It is because
the name is.
Do I have to spell it out for you? Taco
Pina.
But he seems like that. He seems very Italian, right?
Yeah.
So why is it taco?
Yeah, not pasta pina.
Yeah.
Alfredo
Explain
Pina.
yourself, Joe.
Yes.
Taco
Excuse
Pina.
me, greaseball.
Joe Taco Pina.
Yeah, come on, Joe.
If you like Joe Taco Pina, Taco Pina.
Well, Donald's a real lucky man, dodging the bullet and his imminent arrest.
He sure is.
I was never able to dodge those bullets. They always got me.
Do you know about Roger Stone at all? The political operative?
Yeah, I would say I'm moderately aware. I've watched that Netflix thing on him.
Me too. Give me Roger Stone.
Yeah,
I think I've watched that several times because I'm really so intrigued by that guy.
That's like the ultimate greaseball snake guy.
Yes, absolutely.
He's fully willing to do whatever bad shit he's got to do.
Yes, there is something. I mean, he is evil as fuck. Evil as they come. He gives me chills when I hear him speak.
Right.
But I cannot look away. I'm like, I want to know more about this.
Tell me more about the car crash, Roger.
Yeah. Roger Stone.
Yeah.
Interesting character on the landscape of American politics.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to be a British guy who knows more about North America than you do.
John Oliver?
No, that was more of a soft, documentary sort of
like
feel
a David Attenborough
that I was going for. Yeah, maybe like that.
Okay. I fuck with
what I can do, John. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't think I can really. You have to yell, to be John Oliver.
So loud.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been that animated. Maybe you know this. Maybe you can tell this about me, but I've never been that. I've been energetic. I used to have a lot more energy.
I don't know. I think
I know
you could,
I'm very.
I think you could pull a John Oliver type deal.
You think so?
Yeah. You're very funny. You're smart.
Yeah.
It's all about the delivery.
It is all about the delivery. I used to think I was smart.
Used to.
I used to.
Well, I
and
still
that's
believe in you.
I don't know. I think that is one way to kind of be funny. If you if you just kind of say whatever you're thinking and you have that sort of slant,
Yeah.
and are a little bit reckless.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, you got to be stoned all the time. So
achieved.
yes, yes.
So
I've been. Have I told you guys about the Wellbutrin? I'm on Wellbutrin.
Here we are.
Have we talked about this?
I don't think so. Not on the pod for sure.
Not on the pod.
Not on the pod.
Yeah. I got. See, that is a wonderful thing now. That you can use your cell phone, which is a gift from God. Thank God we have smartphones. I have no idea what we would do without them. We need smartphones. Humanity needs them.
This is to support smoking cessation?
Yeah, people say that, but I know this is a ridiculous thing to say because it's just like, oh, so you have a mega problem. But it has not caused me to want to quit smoking yet. I mean, I want to quit smoking.
Sure.
I think it would lead to a better quality of life and possibly lengthen it even.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's a lot of time in the day to not have an activity.
That's actually a really true point, though.
So you got, I smoke a little bit. Maybe some would say too much. Did you know that you can smoke too many cigarettes?
I have heard that in the past. Yeah, they told me about it in school all the time.
Justin, you tried the kratom. What did you think? Did you feel?
I'm not sure that it had any effect. I don't feel much of an effect.
Mm-hmm.
We did also partake in some marijuana cigarettes, so that could be just overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit, I don't dislike it, I guess, but maybe I just didn't quite eat enough.
Most people, their main qualm is the taste, and it is a terrible taste.
I think the dry scooping that you and your savage friend Keith like to do would be.
We are savage.
I think people have the biggest problem with that. The kratom itself really isn't that threatening of an aura.
Right. Well, it is. You have to go through a little bit of suffering to do it.
Yeah.
And then it gives you a minuscule, marginal, good feeling. It's fleeting and hard to.
It's fleeting.
Hold on to, but it's mild.
It seems to maybe it just passed me by already before we even really started. Actually,
it's just a little boost.
Yeah, just a little.
And it's if it was bad for you, how would it be legal, but only carried in weird gas stations?
There's no way. There's no other substance that's
people aren't allowed to just do that shit for profit.
No way, dude.
Do you remember there was briefly, maybe there still is, but there was a energy drink company called Cocaine.
I do remember that, and they only sold it at one gas station that I ever went to.
Those were horrifying.
Did you ever
got
drink
one. I used to. So when I first moved to Kansas City and became a working man, I worked at Highland Dairy, and I lived at my grandparents' house, which was in Overland Park. And I would drive to work, and I would have to take College Boulevard to get on the highway. And I went to some sort of gas station all the time. And I, as a younger man, and to a certain extent still, I was very reckless with what I would put into my body. And I saw that, and I was like, well, I'm going to try it.
Yeah, I bought 3, and I drank all of them in the same day.
See, that's horrifying. That is horrifying.
I'm a bad guy. I don't know.
Same. But yeah, I remember that was an absolute panic attack. My God, I
only remember the black can. I didn't know there was all these other flavors.
What the fuck did we do as young people in Kansas City? We drank so fucking much. I ruined my goddamn life just like being a fucking alcoholic in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Just I got a job working at this place, this fucking call center that was a mile away, so I could walk. And I was just like, okay, well, my car doesn't work anymore, so fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna have a car. I'm gonna try to work enough to like pay my rent and then go to bars. You know, not stay home ever. Just fucking go to bars and get fucked up, or invite homies over to my place. Get fucked up. Insane behavior.
Oh yeah,
racking up debt, not paying student loans.
I see your insane behavior, and I raise you a heroin addiction.
Well, yeah.
You know, same thing. Growing up in Kansas City, sort of grew up here, but you know, the worst of the bad years were teenager in Kansas City.
Yeah, I can see that. You know, now we live near a fire station, actually.
Right down the street.
I'm very reckless with giving out my information.
They'll never find us. We're in Raytown, okay?
Yeah.
The woods of Raytown.
Yeah, we are in Chinatown of Kansas City.
Yes.
There is no Chinatown here, right? Or is there? There's not really. There's like kind of...
I don't know.
There's like a market and a... P.F. Chang's.
There is a P.F. Chang's, and we also have
Chang's Chinese.
I think so, right?
Bowling's
too. Bowling's is very good. We have a Chinatown super buffet.
Okay, so it's P.F. Chang's Asian and Chinese food restaurant. Yeah, I'm good.
Yep, we're good. There's
Joy Walk. Money.
But yeah, you know, Kansas City, especially in the early 20s, late teens, not a great place.
Yeah.
As far as activities that aren't drinking and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Maybe you could go to a comedy show. But probably not. I don't think I ever went to a comedy show at that time in my life.
How long ago?
I don't know. Like fucking 12 years, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
I went to a couple comedy shows. I saw, and I was just like, it was stupid. I wasn't into it. I was just going with friends who wanted to go. But I saw David Koechner, who is the guy with the cowboy hat in Anchorman.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. I'm not gonna.
Didn't he kind of go crazy a little bit or something?
I don't want to get into that. And that was all hearsay.
Okay,
you know.
Okay.
But who else did I see? I saw Kenny, the guy who played Kenny Banya in Seinfeld, and that was weird. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I had a weird like first few comedy experiences. I was also at one point there was some kind of comedy festival. I don't remember if it was one of the big ones, and it was like back in 2016 probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. What are you looking at?
I'm trying to think of. There's this Edinburgh comedy festival. I don't remember what year I went, but yeah, this right here. It was like an arts festival in Edinburgh.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Fringe Fest. That's what it was called.
Fringe Fest. Yeah, those are. It might have been something like that, but I saw stand up there, and I don't remember really anything about the comics, but it was, you know, I was like, it dawned on me. I was like, oh shit, these people are just like regular, you know, service industry people.
Yeah.
Like the next day I saw one of the comics from the night before, like at a brewery, like serving beers and whatnot. So I was like, well, shit, I don't have anything going on. Like, why don't I try? And I was also like a fucking alcoholic at that point. So I was like, I fucking
We're not paying
have
attention.
people
Yeah.
that hang out at bars constantly, and like they also get fat and just like drunk every night. Like, let's
all hang out.
there's no way that this could you know, lead to something unhealthy.
No, just do this every night.
Just do it every night. Then I continued to be fat and drunk for a long time. It felt like a long time. It was like when I was like a year and a half into comedy, I was just like, okay, I really want to get good at this. And I was also just like, I was just like fucking, it was crippling me. It was paralyzing. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm done. You know, I can't do it anymore. And I didn't go to any programs. I just like fucking white knuckled it. And I was just like, I'm out. Then I thought
that's a
like,
rare thing. People don't do that all the time.
I assumed that things would just get better and better for me. Big mistake.
Huge.
Yeah. You know, I was kind of a jackass a little bit, well, you might say.
Some might attest.
Yeah. But then so